Coach Ritter, another really physical, hard-fought game. This time it goes in your favor, 76-70, the final score over SIUE. Once you wrestled the lead away from them about halfway through the first half, you never let go of it. Your thoughts on the win tonight?
Yeah, I thought, as I was telling Chris and our guys even, those first 16 minutes, that was about as ugly of a basketball game as you could draw up. Neither team can make shots, and I think part of that's our physicality. I think part of it is both teams just play super hard defensively, but even the ones we were getting open just couldn't get the fall. So I thought we gritted through that enough to weather the storm, and ultimately ended up taking a nice lead into halftime. And that second half, I thought our guys had a couple moments of undisciplined, a couple casual possessions, but then kind of reeled themselves back in and said, hey, this is a ball game. We got to find out a way to win. And proud of so many efforts. Obviously, we're 29 at 31 from the free throw line. Bernie another double-double, didn't shoot it great, but went to the glass, and good to see KJ get back on track with 24. And we talked to the guys. Dave Dudenko hadn't had his opportunity as much lately. Comes in, plays great minutes, 14 and 5, and for our team to be really good, everyone's got to buy into those. You got to be ready when your number's called.
Yeah, speaking about David Dudenko specifically, you look at last Saturday against Murray State. We talked about the moral victory that your team had in a very tough environment against an extremely good team. Dudenko was one of those players that I think really impressed a lot of guys. Not only did he score, but most of all defensively. And I think that potentially the minutes he played against Murray had an effect on his play tonight.
Absolutely. And the thing about Dave is, he stayed ready. And that's what you got to do. We made a decision to go with some other guys for a couple games, and he stayed ready when his opportunity was here, and he came in. Obviously, didn't shoot the ball great against Murray State, but we know he's capable of shooting basketball. That's what he does for us. So, but you said it. He's got a big, wide frame, and he can guard. He can be physical inside, and it was really great to see him get back on track and have a really productive night.
After a 2-game absence, you got Chris Nix back into the lineup today, and obviously that was much welcomed. And in addition to that, you went with a brand new starting 5, putting Josh Endicott at the 4, along with Chris Nix. So your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we've got such a good collection of, we've got 8 guys playing a lot of minutes right now, and it doesn't really matter who starts for us. I think the last 2 games, our guy that played the most minutes came off the bench. Tonight, you look at our bench production. KK was rattled by little fouls, but you look at Mikkel and Dave Dudenko. Mikkel plays 28 minutes and hits some big-time shots, and really did a nice job of post defense. And Dave plays 18 and has 14 points. So to us, we got 8 starters. We got some other guys playing some spot minutes, and they're ready when they're, Grant Hirsch comes in and does his job. He brings toughness, he brings motor, he brings intelligence, and obviously didn't get as much time tonight, but that's what we got to do, be ready when your number's called.
You mentioned in your first answer the 29 for 31 statistic for your team at the free throw line. In case you're wondering, those 29 made free throws are the most by UT Martin against the Division I opponent since 2011. Coincidentally, the opponent in that game was SIUE. Just how those things work out sometimes.
Yeah, well, hey, you know what? It's great. The non-conference, we didn't do a great job of getting to the free throw line. And to be transparent, any team I've ever been able to coach, we get to the free throw line. That's what we do. We draw fouls, we're physical, and we hadn't done a great job in the non-conference. Conference, I think we're starting to get to the line. We're playing off 2 feet, and tonight, obviously, shooting 31 of them. We're capable. We're capable of making shots. Guys, everyone knows Bernie shoots 90%. KJ is a capable shooter. Kobe is a capable shooter. Dave Dudenko is a good free throw shooter. So when we get to the line, we feel like we got some guys that can knock them down.
This is an SIUE team that, as you've spoken about many times in the prep for this game, is very dangerous. And we know how deep the Ohio Valley Conference is. Most people look to how dangerous Murray State is, or Belmont, or Morehead State. But SIUE, I think, deserves to be in the conversation among those teams. And you held them to 35% shooting for the game with about 10 minutes to go. I think it was almost about 29, 28%. Your thoughts on the team defense?
Well, I think you got to take the records out early. I mean, at the end of the day, Murray, Belmont, Morehead, they've been able to virtually go undefeated without playing, unless they're playing each other. So you look at SIU, they're coming in 1-4. Well, they've played Murray, Belmont, Morehead. They played at Tennessee Tech, who obviously is a really good basketball team. So they're 1-4, but you just got to toss those out, especially early on. There's such a competitive. What I'm looking for, it's just so competitive from 4 through 10 right now, and those top 1, 2, 3, we got to find a way to continue to get better and have a chance to compete with them.
KJ Simon, your leading scorer tonight in 37 minutes with 24 points. One of those 7 made field goals, I think, may have a chance at the Sports Center top 10. That 2-handed dunk, he hung in the air for quite a while.
So I told someone, I was very fortunate. I was an assistant at Campbell University. We got on Dunks of the Year, Eric Griffin. And I said, I'm not ready to put this one up past Eric's, but But this was one of the better in-person dunks I've seen. I'd like to see it on film. Hey, but this is where we also got it. So that's great. Let's highlight that. But you know what he's going to see in the film room tomorrow? He's going to see that he was sitting around after he dunked it, letting everybody know how good of a dunk it was instead of sprinting back. And what'd they do? Bam, bucket.
Well, nonetheless, you pick up the 76-70 win tonight over SIUE. Another home game upcoming to build on this performance against Eastern Illinois Thursday.
Yeah, we got it's an OVC opponent. Marty Simmons, one heck of a coach. They've gotten off to a little rough start. They're going to get it going. There's no question. We got to find a way to not allow them to do that here. And anybody listen, man, let's get some people in here. Let's get fired up. We got great dudes that are playing their tail off, and we're getting better every game.
Coach Ritter, congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.